I think you see every fluid that the human body is able to produce in this film. So there are three things that you can come to expect when you watch a Cronenberg film, whether it be David or Brandon. You can expect body horror, you can expect incredible performances, and most of the time there's going to be a pretty experimental sex scene thrown in there. This film hits all of those notes. Alexander Skarsgård and Mia Goth. I've talked more so about Mia Goth just because she's been more horror focused recently. But these two just continue to put out incredible performance after incredible performance. Especially Mia Goth. I don't care what kind of film that she's put in. I don't care if it's horror. I don't care if she plays a 50-year-old Asian man. I'm gonna pay money to see it because she just fucking exceeds expectations anytime she's on camera. Literally everything she touches will have my attention until the end of time. And because of those performances and some of the supporting cast as well, this film is so visceral and full of dread. But where it separates itself from the rest of the pack is that there's no cinematic punchline or release at the end of this film where you're finally able to just go, okay, it's over with. This film, kind of until the very last second, is teetering back and forth, but it just decides to leave you in this state of misery with our main character, and you're not really sure how to feel about it. I sat there and just watched the credits roll while I was processing everything because it just leaves such an effect on you. You do also have all of your other touchstone Cronenberg-esque filmmaking styles. The editing is very rapid and intense. I love the use of neon colors and blurred lenses in this film, and the score is just, it makes me think back to Possessor. The score in Possessor. They're very, very similar, Possessor and Infinity Pool. And a lot of people have had issues with Brandon Cronenberg trying to filmmake in the same vein as his father. A lot of people think that he's not as successful at it, but I would argue against that. I feel like these films offer the same thing as David Cronenberg's, but also they differ in some areas as well. And as I've probably pointed out in some of my other videos, I am a sucker for a good mask design. Michael Myers is my favorite serial killer, if that tells you anything. And the characters in this movie acquire masks towards the middle to end of this film. There was a specific name that they called them, and I cannot remember it for the life of me. But they have this fleshy, anatomically disfigured appearance to them, and some resemble animals more so than humans, but I was captivated by them. And there are some scenes where these characters are wearing these masks and they just hold the frame on the mask very close up, and it's very discomforting in the best way possible. And I even took a screenshot while I was watching it to post because I don't know, this frame just stuck with me for some reason. It's not even graphic or anything like that, but just this one particular frame. I cannot put into words why, but yeah, I loved it. I won't really go too much further into my review for this movie, just like I've done with other Cronenberg films. These are really best to experience if you know as little as possible. And if you do decide to check this out, I will just say that there are a lot of things that happen in this movie that are going to make you uncomfortable. Whether it's someone doing something by themselves, or if it's someone doing something with another person or a group of people. A lot of things happen in here that would be easily labeled as unconventional. And there is a sex scene during the second act. It will stay in your brain for a little while. And I'm not necessarily saying that in a good way. Take that as you will. But if you do decide to check it out, let me know how you like it. We can compare notes. Hopefully you enjoyed as much as I did. And that will about do it for this one. We'll catch you on the next review. Peace.